Thanks so much for joining us for this special edition of My Carolina. We are kicking off Breast Cancer Awareness Month with a live show. I'm Joanna Himes, and this is my new My Carolina co-host, Carly Bragg. Welcome, Carly.
Thank you, Joanna. Happy to be here. We've got a lot of exciting things planned for y'all, but I'm really happy to highlight such an important issue impacting men and women around the world. Ahead on today's show, we have a breaking down the American Cancer Society's mission to save more lives than ever with its Real Men Wear Pink campaign.
Plus, a reminder to not forget about those regular health screenings. We're going to highlight why it is so important to keep up with your regularly scheduled doctor appointments.
And then it's one of the world's largest research-based pharmaceutical and biomedical companies, Pfizer. Learn how it's contributing to the fight against breast cancer.
Thank you again so much for joining us for a very special episode of My Carolina as we kick off Breast Cancer Awareness Month with some incredible people and organizations making a big impact. First up, a guy you've seen here before, it's David Evert. He's a big part of the Real Men Wear Pink campaign down here in Raleigh each year. Welcome back, David. It's good to see you.
Thanks so much, Joanna.
It's been
great
2
to be
years.
Here.
It's been 2 years since we got to do this.
Pretty incredible 2 years.
It has been. It has been. But you're back because you are so involved in this Real Men Wear Pink campaign happening down here in North Carolina. So tell people at home, what is this campaign?
Well, I mean, it's a fantastic opportunity for men to get involved. In October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, it's fantastic. Obviously, mostly it impacts women. It does happen to men, but it impacts men in a different way, you know. As far as we'd like to have grown from our cavemen backgrounds, you know, we really need to take care of our women. It's a guttural feeling when a woman gets diagnosed with breast cancer, be it a mother, a wife, or a daughter. It hits men so hard, and our campaign gives them a chance to fight back. Use their leadership, their awareness, and fundraising capabilities to really drive some great research and support through the American Cancer Society.
So you've been involved in this organization and this campaign for a few years now. So why is this so important to you?
For me, you know, cancer has started to hit home for me really closely. This year I lost my stepfather to cancer. And I saw, you know, face to face all of the work the American Cancer did to help my mother through that. To guide her through some of the treatment options and choices. So it was really important to me. I know he benefited from some of the research that's been done in the past, but then I really like leading this team of men and giving them a chance to fight back and make tomorrow a better day for those who are going to be struggling with cancer in the future.
That's great. So tell me a little bit about the team and your goal for this campaign for this year.
Yeah, so we're a tight team of, I think, 28 business leaders, community leaders from the Triangle, as well as Wilmington and the Triad area.
Wow.
Last year we were, during the pandemic, 5th in the nation in raising funds.
Yeah.
And we want to blow away our own performance this year and raise $260,000 for research and services.
That's an incredible goal, and people can help you get there because you just started fundraising today. So where can people go ahead and make their contribution and really help you guys make an impact?
Yeah, if they just go to Real Men Wear Pink of the Triangle, Google it, find it wherever you want. You can donate to the team, you can donate to David Evert, you can donate to any of your favorite real men. We could use your help, and we're really more than ever. Awesome.
Thank you again so much for joining us today, David. We always love checking in with you in this very worthwhile campaign. We're going to send it over to Carly.
Still to come, we are talking with the presenting sponsor for the Real Men Wear Pink campaign to hear its role in the fight against breast cancer. Plus, how many times in the last year or so have you put off going to the doctor due to the pandemic? Experts say it could be doing a lot more harm than you realize. Stay close. More of our breast cancer awareness show continues next. Lenovo is the presenting sponsor of Making Strides Against Breast Cancer, and we are joined with the Vice President of Lenovo's Strategic Alliances and Business Development, Devor Cendric. Devor, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So Lenovo is a technology company. So some may think the two don't have anything in common. How does this company and the breast cancer research cohabitate together?
Well, technology is part of everyday's life.
Yeah.
So Lenovo is one of the biggest technology companies in the world, and we are famous for our products. If you think about healthcare workers, people who are fighting cancer every day, they use Lenovo tools. We are also probably a little bit less known, but the top supercomputer company in the world. And what it means is we provide our technology into research institutions, universities that are actually working on cutting-edge research to fight cancer. And if you think about the importance of that, 64,000 Carolinians will be diagnosed with cancer this year.
Wow.
20,000 of them will lose the battle against cancer.
Yeah.
So if we can provide technology that is faster, more powerful, that's going to get us closer to that day when we can look back and say cancer is no longer part of our life,
Yeah.
it is very much worth it.
Absolutely. And there are challenges, you know, along the way, but there doesn't have to be. So explain how Lenovo is fighting this fight with breast cancer despite challenges along the way.
Well, it comes from two sides. Lenovo is a global company, but one of our headquarters is here in the heart of Triangle. And we are very proud of our several thousand employees that live here, part of this community. And we are very proud of engagement that our employees have individually through our research and focus groups, through Lenovo Foundation that is integral part of this campaign. So we are mobilizing army of people to help us and go and donate money, get their friends, get their family to help us, and we'll be together with you October 23rd in Briar Creek, making strides against breast cancer. But then there's also that corporate aspect that I explained in terms of technology and investment that we are making. So being part of community, being a global company, but acting locally, partnering with the American Cancer Society gets us closer to that goal.
Absolutely. How do you build trust with the partners that you work with?
Well, that's an interesting story. So last year when we were in the midst of the COVID lockdown, my team was looking for a way to give back, right? We couldn't go to the office, we couldn't do our normal things. And we started a simple health challenge and started logging miles, reached out to Lenovo Foundation, and with each one of these miles that we logged, we were donating several dollars. Lenovo was matching them. And then we reached out to our partners. And before you know it, we had an army of people who joined our Peloton challenge, our fitness challenge. And when we had our big D-Day in terms of donations, we had people from UK, Germany,
wow,
East and West Coast, all working together, being proud to mobilize against this great cause.
Absolutely. Where can people go to find out more information about your cause, what you do, what Lenovo does, you know, as a whole?
So start with Lenovo.com, our website. Also on American Cancer Society, if you look at different teams, there are actually 3 teams as of this morning working on a campaign. So please join us.
Yeah.
We would welcome anyone to join our campaign and help us. And again, I'll hopefully see you all on October 23rd in Briar Creek.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here, Devor. All of that information will be posted to our website soon after our show. Joanna.
Yes, great conversation, Carly. Thank you so much. Patients around the country have put off doctor's appointments and routine cancer screenings during the pandemic. Experts are sounding the alarm that getting checked can be life-saving, especially when it comes to breast cancer screenings like mammograms.
When COVID-19 shut down the country, some medical care was also put on pause.
Screenings in the month of April and 2020 were down by 87%. For breast cancer, 89% for pap smears for cervical cancer detection.
Routine cancer screenings have since picked back up, but still haven't reached pre-pandemic levels.
I've got a lot of patients who are really, 2 years past when they were due, just based on the timing of things. And that really concerns physicians.
A new survey from the Prevent Cancer Foundation shows 90% of women are visiting friends and going out to eat during the pandemic, but only 48% are visiting their doctor's offices.
Early detection is so key. Are you worried there are going to be cases that were missed through all of this?
We know that there are many, many patients out there right now with undiagnosed breast cancers, cervical cancers, and also colon, prostate, lung, other types of cancers.
I had a routine mammogram, and like so many, I had delayed getting it during the pandemic.
Senator Amy Klobuchar announced last week she battled breast cancer earlier this year.
I came through it, but in the course of it, I found out that thousands of women have undetected breast cancer right now, and 1 in 3 Americans are not moving forward with just routine exams and physicals during the pandemic.
Doctors are encouraging people to get their routine medical care back on track.
I want to reassure people that it is absolutely safe to go into medical facilities.
Because the earlier many conditions are picked up, the better. Caroline Vandergriff, CBS News, Dallas, Texas.
We are joined now by a local breast cancer survivor, Kristen Whithey from Durham. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's good to talk with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about your diagnosis and your journey.
Sure. So I was diagnosed in 2015, 6 months before my wedding, with triple positive stage 2 breast cancer.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. So
Yes.
tell people at home, what does that mean in the world of breast cancer?
Sure. So mine was growing very rapidly, unfortunately. I had found out in April, and I had just gone to the doctor in November, and there were no signs. So it was an invasive ductal carcinoma, which means it had kind of pushed through the wall of the breast tissue. And so definitely found it just doing a normal shower, and didn't think anything of it at first, to be honest. Waited a little bit to go to the doctor, and then unfortunately got the news.
Yeah, but so glad you went to the doctor, right?
Yes.
This would have snuck up on you for sure. So tell me a little bit about the treatment that you went through for that.
Sure. So I went through 8 rounds of chemotherapy, and then I had lumpectomy surgery, and then 32 rounds of radiation after that, all while getting married and going on a honeymoon and everything else. But in the end, everything is great, and it's been 5 years cancer-free.
5 years cancer-free. There is a light at the end of the tunnel there
Yes.
for you. So tell me a little bit about the support that you got through your journey and kind of how you made it through, because that sounds like it was a tough period of time.
It's definitely a tough period of time for any woman and or caregiver, though. Family and friends are extremely important, and then anything in your community that has support. American Cancer Society with Making Strides has been huge. They offer so much that I think a lot of people don't know about. And I certainly didn't know about it going through my journey. And so that's why I'm here to help people in their journeys, make sure they get the support they need.
Yeah, so you are dedicating some of your time now to that Making Strides program and their efforts. So why did you want to do that? And what are some of the things that they are out there helping people with?
Yeah, I was invited by a friend and coworker to join. I came to one meeting and that was it, and here we are several years later. It's so fun and empowering and uplifting and educational for not only the person going through the cancer at the time, but also their support systems. But they offer tons of amenities. I mean, free rides to treatment, hotel stays for caregivers who can't be, who live far away and can't provide for that. But then, makeup classes and just things to make you continue to feel like a woman and a human going through the entire process. So it's been incredible. And for me to join Making Strides, in my opinion, was if I can get the message out and help one person, it was all worth it.
That's incredible. It's incredible for you to turn your story around and really give back. And congratulations on your amazing success. And thank you so much for everything you're doing to give back.
Yes.
Of course, we appreciate you being here and sharing your story. Carly also got to talk to another local survivor who has created a platform for other women to find resources, guidance, and support.
1 in 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. And at age 27, Anna Krulman was one of them. She joins me here now. Tell everybody your story, your background, and how you even got involved in this.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Carly, for having me. I was diagnosed with breast cancer at age 27, no family history, really wasn't even in the habit of doing self-breast exams, which I now understand the importance of those. I found a lump myself and was quickly diagnosed with stage 2B breast cancer, ended up going through the whole treatment, surgery, IVF, fertility preservation, lost my hair, lost my breast, went through many, many years of hormone blocking medication for a medically induced menopause, and probably 6 years of surgery. And this summer I got to celebrate 6 years as a cancer survivor, but I know that it doesn't end there. It doesn't end with my story. Like you said, 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed. And so I have made it my mission through my blog, My Cancer Chic, to really empower young women that are going through breast cancer and helping them navigate this really scary experience through fashion and confidence, but also helping advocate both in our community and on the national level.
Yeah, absolutely. I was looking at your blog and it's so inspirational. You really keep up with it and really are inspiring to people just like yourself. And it's something that I think is encouraging to people because it is so rare for somebody as young as you were to get that diagnosis.
Yeah, the interesting thing that I learned when I was diagnosed at such a young age, people kind of treat you like you are an anomaly to be so young. But what I learned is that over 40,000 women under the age of 40 will be diagnosed with breast cancer every year. So it's one of those things that until it's touched you, you just really don't understand the full magnitude of the impact. So I think one of the things that really motivates me is the importance of understanding your body. So I was able to find my lump and catch my cancer early because I was in tune with my body. I was aware and I felt confident to advocate for myself. So I'm such a huge proponent of women just understanding their bodies, men too, because men get breast cancer as well. Really make sure you are doing yourself breast exams, checking your body, really knowing what to look for, because if you don't understand your baseline, you're not going to notice if something changes. And, it's horrible if something happens or you do have a cancer diagnosis. But if you are in touch with your body and you can advocate for yourself, you usually have a better outcome in the healthcare system.
Pink, obviously, the big campaign that there is every single October, but it goes beyond that. What can people do if they want to help the cause?
Carly, I love that you asked this question. Actually, I have a full blog post on this with all different action steps for people for how they can get involved. I think a long time ago when pink was chosen as the marketing color, it was wear pink to be an advocate and show your allyship. We're kind of past that awareness stage now, and it's time for action. So a couple of things, I'll share 3. There's more on my blog if people want to follow up and get more tips. One is donate directly to research. So while we love that you're buying the pink and you're showing your support, many times that money doesn't actually go to research that's helping prolong the lives of women like me that are living with the disease, or our metastatic patients that are living with cancer long term. So donating directly to research. 2 organizations that are amazing are BCRF and also Mediviver. With Mediviver, 100% of any donation and proceeds goes directly to metastatic breast cancer research. So that's the first way, donate to research. Secondly is support local organizations that are making a direct impact on the lives of survivors. So we have some amazing organizations here that are really serving the community. They provide food, they provide daycare, they provide rides to chemo, making a direct impact whether you are the family or loved one or not. That's a great way. And then the third way is sharing the stories of cancer survivors. So just like you and I talking here today, you may not have understood what it's like to go through cancer until you speak to someone like me. And the more educated we all are, the stronger we are as a community and the better impact we can make for breast cancer survivors moving forward.
Where can people go if they are interested in your blog, if they want to find out more, or if they want to, have somebody to relate to them? Where can they go for more information?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I would love to connect, and they can find me on mycancerchic.com, at mycancerchic on all social, and feel free to email. I'm great. I'm available all the time to answer questions and provide support for anyone that's looking to get more involved.
So I am very thrilled that we got to connect today. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Carly. I appreciate the opportunity.
Welcome back. As we told you at the start of the show, Real Men Wear Pink is an annual campaign that helps raise awareness and money to support the mission to save more lives than ever from breast cancer.
That's right. And one of the world's largest research-based pharmaceutical and biomedical companies, Pfizer BioNTech, is a proud sponsor of this campaign.
When you want to save humans from disease, ask science. It will make the breakthrough. Because science is relentless. It never gives up. It keeps asking questions until it finds what it's looking for. Science wants to cure people more than any disease wants to exist. Just ask the ones it's already beaten. But science is humble. It never rests because it has to reinvent itself every day, prove itself again and again. Until science makes the breakthrough, it isn't done. We believe science can cure every human disease, and we're going all in. Because in the end, science will win.
Thank you again so much for joining us, and a special thank you to these incredible guests who stopped by the studio today. We really appreciate them for taking the time to come spend some time with us so we could share this important message.
Absolutely, and we appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to join us Monday at 1 for another episode of My Carolina.
We'll see you then, guys. Enjoy your weekend.